Something is baffling me, and I think the earlier we start talking about it, the better. Aminchi,
Yes, now.
today, wetin dey pay me pass.
Yes.
People wey go to school,
Yeah.
na dem dey suffer unemployment pass.
Pass. Why? Why?
Eh?
Why?
People wey go to school.
Yes.
Going to school tells me that you go to learn some skill.
Yes.
Education.
Yes.
It's about passing skill to somebody.
Yes.
So how come this person that has been skillful or that has been educated is now at the mercy of employers in town?
In town. Something is wrong.
No. Check around. People will go to school. How come? They are supposed to be ahead.
Now.
But how come? Because I think this is just a challenge. Some people spend their money. Some parents sold their building.
Yes. For their children to
children to go to school.
Yes.
The children, even after you service, you now discover some are still staying with their
Parents feeding them again back.
So there are so many people like that looking for job. What is the trouble?
It is job that will even look for him, not for him to look for job.
You are just, if the kind of, no, the question is, what kind of education do we even have? Because if you educate me, actually, you are teaching me how to fish.
Yes, of course, sure.
Does it mean, then it means the education that makes somebody to be subjected to begging somebody for a job, it means that education is questionable.
It's questionable, sure. Yes.
It's very, very questionable, because on a normal day, you should, now that you have been educated, it means you have gotten skills, to look for to solve problems.
Yes.
You want to make it, you want money, solve people's problems.
Yes. That's why you are being educated.
If I enter motor, I'm going to Wuse, for instance, I pay.
Yeah.
Not because I'm paying for service.
Yes.
That the bus driver or the car driver has rendered me.
Yes, of course.
But how many of our graduates today can solve a problem that will give them money?
That is the question.
So I think, parents that you are listening, I think the earlier we talk to ourselves, the better. Please, gone are those days when you pay all your life for your child to go and gather distinctions on paper.
Yes, on paper. That he cannot solve problems.
You can't solve you have to solve. Bro, so let's tell ourselves the truth. Parents, me, I'm feeling for you. I've seen parents that are almost dying, sold all their resources, sold all their assets
for their child to acquire knowledge.
And the child, after being a graduate,
coming back to be a liability again in the house.
Be a liability.
Very unfortunate.
I think technical education will help, because in technical education, some people in those days, secondary school, just that technical education, now they are electricians, now they are bricklayers, now they are welders.
Yes.
They don't even have to go and look for anything again. They are still relevant.
Contributing.
But for me, I don't see you going to one school where...
Now, for example, just look. How a Chinaman told me. We look a building. He looked a building. He said, Mr. Minchi, who built this?
Okay.
I say, it's engineer. He said, engineer, yes. He said, engineer, yes. He said, no. If this guy is engineer in China, this building would they will bring it down. Because building like this, and you are telling me the engineer built this house, the house is not square? He said, no. This in China, this is unacceptable. So I begin to feel ashamed.
Quality control.
Yes, I begin to feel ashamed. How can somebody say, I am a building engineer, but the house that he has built is not well square? You say if you are an agric engineer, you study agric engineering, you cannot construct a ridges of farm. So I don't understand. So when you check the education in Nigeria, that's why some people say it's a fraud. Because one, if I'm being trained, I should be a person that solves problem for my country.
Yes.
Electrical engineer, he read electrical engineer. He's driving a car. The car parked up in the road. He's looking at another roadside electrician to come and repair the car. So, in fact, somebody should define what electrical engineer is all about.
Let me tell you one thing. When I was in secondary school, I attended what do you call it? A career development program for secondarians. And so a question came out, who do you call an engineer? Guess what the speaker said? He said the only person qualified to be called an engineer is somebody who has, obtained BSc in a recognized university.
And he cannot solve problem.
Now, in contrast, some years later, I managed a bakery in 2012.
Yes.
So anytime the machine goes faulty, the lister, we're using lister
Yes.
then to power our miller. This guy will call him Musa. When he comes, he will dismantle and recouple. I mean, the guy is so proficient in dealing this. But now, the shocking part of it, whenever somebody calls him, he gives me the phone. He says, whose name is on this screen? He is not literate. But in solving engineering mechanical problem, he is over literate. Wow. So who do you now call engineer? You are told that an engineer is somebody who has obtained BSc, who has obtained certificates.
But cannot solve problem.
They cannot solve problem.
No.
I have so many of them.
No. I disagree.
As a matter of fact, I was conversing with an engineering, a core member who is an engineer, who did mech engine. He told me that in school, some of the courses, a lecturer told him that a particular course is obsolete actually, but he has to teach them because
It's in the curriculum.
It's in the curriculum.
Wow.
So please shine your eye, open your eyes, my people. God, please. They said if they born you, reborn yourself, rebirth yourself.
Let me share a story. I was coming from Kaduna.
Okay.
So I entered a vehicle with one guy. He picked me from Kaduna to Abuja. So we are discussing about Nigerian problems. The guy told me that he said, Mr. Amici, I regret going to the university. Okay. I said, bros, how? He said, what? The reason why I say I regret going to university, I said, that today I graduate. This car that I'm riding is for my mommy. I graduate, I come back, I became liability to my mommy. And then my mate that we just finished secondary school, they enter into business and other technical, vocational work. They are better than me today. So I borrow money for them. They even help me with money to give me money to solve my problem. So what's the reason of spending my time, my money to the university and then come back to be a liability to my mother? It doesn't make sense. So now see the risks that I have took. My life, my everything. Now today, I cannot even feed myself. My mother that spent everything on me in order for me to be somebody. Even I will not help her. Let me help myself. I'm a liability to her again. So what's the extent of the education that I
So what we are trying to say is this. We are not anti-education.
Yes, of course.
No. Education is very, very relevant and very, very necessary.
Yeah, of course.
The uneducated will always be a liability, will always be under the educated. But what I'm trying to say is this. If you say you want education, define the kind of education that you want. The education should be such that can enable you to solve problems.
Of course. That is the education.
I'm telling you, if an informal education is the one that will make you relevant to solve problems, please go for it.
Go for it. Simple.
No. Please don't. Nobody should cajole anybody. Imagine you being certified. You are being certified an engineer.
Yes.
But you cannot
solve
any problem.
No. In fact, this is very wrong.
Who is deceiving who here?
Look, the China guy was even telling me.
Okay.
He said, Mr. Amici, this Nokia phone that you are holding, it's children in the street that are producing these China phones.
Okay.
Now, Nigeria here, no electricity. How can the country progress? People are just using diesel machine, and then the country doesn't have light. Then how can we progress? He said in China, nobody is interested on your certificate. It's what you can do.
Do you know one shocking thing as we are rounding up?
Yes.
You know, I studied accountancy.
Yes.
In 2015, I resigned in one of these new generation banks to learn ICT.
Yes.
Because I knew I will leave the bank.
Of course now.
Whether I like it or not. But from 2015 up until now, that's about 9 years, I am yet to meet a client. When I do web design,
Yes.
I do digital marketing,
Yes.
I do copywriting. I'm yet to meet a client that said he wants to see my certificate.
Can you imagine?
No, because what we are doing is practically
practical.
oriented.
Practical.
No, your certificate is not needed here.
Oh my God.
Yes, your certificate is not necessary. So let's bring down, let's forget about this certificate. We have many people with so many certificates. They have been certified, but they cannot produce results.
Yes, they cannot solve problem.
As a parent listening to me,
Yes, of course.
please don't let certificates
deceive you,
push you into errors. Let your child learn skills that will make him relevant, and that child will be an asset.
And
he'll be proud of you tomorrow.
Yes, of course.
Please, let's demarket, let's denoise, let's beat down this noise of certificate. No. Sabificate, like my people sabi.
Yes,
that's proficiency.
Yes.
That is what we should be talking about.
In Nigeria.
Please, wise up. Functional education is what we need. Functional education is what we need. After
all, my brother, this Oyibo, they came and deceive us with this education. You go, you get the papers, but you are not solving problem. Which kind of education is that? The country that developed today, they are skills. They develop skills. Their education based on skill, and they solve problem. So you are a certificate guy. You cannot solve problem. Then the country is at loss.
So what we are saying is this. Open your big eyes. Open your brain. Open and soji yourself. You will be very stupid for you to be certified as a professional.
But you cannot solve problem.
Which you are quite sure you cannot solve that problem. You have been deceived.
Of course now.
So being deceived may even be pardonable. But you deceiving yourself is to continue bearing that title when you know you cannot do these things. Let's tell ourselves the naked truth. Please,
bros,
yourself, emancipate yourself. Get yourself freed from that name that is not yours, that people are calling you.
Yes.
Please go and learn something and add value to yourself.
And the society.
Add value to yourself. The world is waiting for people who can solve problems. Solve problems, you will be rewarded.
That is it.
I'm telling you, solve problem, you will be rewarded. Now think of countries that we call developed today. They are creating solution to problems.
Yes.
They are creating solution to problems.
Yes.
So short word is enough for the wise.
Yeah.
Soji your brain. Go for functional education. Don't wait for anybody
to tell you.
Don't wait for government.
Yes.
Go yourself. Go and learn something yourself. Some of these skills that you even learn within 6 months, some 1 year. Even if it takes you 5 years, but so long as it gives you proficiency to solve problems, that is good to go. So thank you for this time. Please, if this discussion, if this video has added any value to you, please like it. Subscribe to this channel so that you can get notified anytime we produce videos like this. Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye.